think is one part of the technology. On the other hand, you mentioned about the European countries, and they are more advanced, not only more advanced in terms of technology, but also education and people's mindset.
Right.
They are definitely more mindful, if I could see, than many other countries.
Yes.
People are aware about the changes and the consequences.
Yes.
So back to us, how do you see the general public get involved in all these initiatives? How do we let everybody be aware about the situation? And what are the things that the government has been doing?
Yeah, so I would say the grassroots very important. You know, people association, I find that very important because they are more near to the people, right? And education's aspect. So a lot of times government just do all this by themselves. And I would think that we should also bring some of this knowledge and activity to the general public. And I think recent year we are more focused in school, the students, especially the primary, secondary school, because that is the next generation, and they are more aware of green, how not to or reduce the use of plastic.
Yes.
Right? Plastic is one of the main cause of pollutions.
Less plastic bags or less straws.
Yes.
So that could be one of the starting point.
Yes, I think education very important, but not just only from students, because it cut across changing people's mindset. That is also one of the critical. Beside you change the mindset of the people, but I think facility, the design of the building, design of the residential, very important, because last time we have maybe majority of the HDB is only one refuse chute, right? We throw everything inside there. Maybe we have to think of how to use technology to segregate them, and we can be more efficient in terms of reuse the waste.
And the recent initiative of planting the vegetable at home. It could be one of the initiative that the government has been promoting, and everybody as a public, general public, get involved. So people like us, we all know that's a good thing to have, but the technology behind it is really the vertical planting at each and every household.
And I think the vertical planting of vegetations produce food for ourselves is one of the important on food security, because if you base on the recent coronavirus, there's no import of. People were worried about whether they have food to eat or not. So we need to have certain percentage of homegrown food, you know, so that we can sustain if the next wave of COVID virus coming in, at least we can be self-sustained for a while. So food security is one of the area. But talking about people's mindset, maybe I should just share with you when I was visiting Denmark. They don't have their refuse chute, but they have the vacuum technology, that whether it's in park or whether it's anywhere, they bring their rubbish to the designated point, and then they just throw it there, and then there's a central collection system. We had started some work in HDB, but it's not very popular yet. Maybe in future we have to look into the whole planning of the township. How are we going to planning, how to make it more convenient? Also recently, I visited China. Even China have that system as well, because they also learn from Singapore, but they have more resources. They are able to implement faster. So I think changing mindset, provide educations, provide training, let people know about how to reduce the carbon footprint. I think that is important. I think we need to be more aggressively promoting, the campaign.
Yeah. I think another country that we could learn from, maybe Japan.
Yeah.
They are very good at educating their general public in terms of environmental friendly and be mindful about all the things you're doing, like in terms of the management of the environment. So
actually, in Japan, community bonding is very strong. And after we move to HDB, we don't talk to each other. But in Japan, the community bonding is if somebody do something wrong or they put some rubbish somewhere, their neighbor will come and look after them.
Peer pressure and influence.
Pressure,
Yes.
Yeah. So this is where I think on the community side, we need to strengthen the bonding. And probably recently you heard someone want to bring back the kampong spirit and all this.
Habits, way of living.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So it looks like we still have a long way to go, but with the starting of general public getting aware of it, it's a very achievable goal. So what are the things that you advise us as general public to be mindful of and be able to help the government initiatives of build up the urban resilience? So maybe some small thing, like I mentioned, the vertical planting is one of it. Anything else that I, as a general public, could see myself be part of it?
Energy is a big area, right? So if it become a habit, that's when you go out, you switch it off, your aircon or your light, and I think that is, you do a little bit, but I think as a whole, it will save quite a lot as a general public, right? And then I would think that's not to throw the waste, right? So try to the 3R we're trying to promote the reduce, reuse, and recycle. I think the general public can do all this. This is quite easy if you have that in mind. That's how you're going to reuse the plastic bag. How you're going to reuse some of the, especially electronic item, not to change your iPhone so often. So these are some of the things the general public can do. And of course, I still think that educations are very important.
Yes. And perhaps things like less traveling by cars, but public transport is part of it as well. So it's all this little bit that each and every one of us could do to make the difference.
That's right.
So indeed, as what Engineer Tan just shared, as general public, each and every one of us could do our part to help with the problem of the environmental change. And what more to do is to embrace the technology and support the government initiatives. So I hope you have learned something from our conversation with Engineer Tan. Thank you very much, Engineer Tan, for your enlightening sharing today. We have come to the end of today's session. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next Geek Out session.